Janine is a very powerful, though she be but little, she is fierce, you know? That's my kind of my Janine feeling.
We are here to talk about The Handmaid's Tale, season 5. And can I just say, is Janine a cat? Because she has so many lives.
She's cat-like.
She's cat-like.
Energy.
She just keeps coming back. You can't, like, I love that Janine almost seems like the most vulnerable character, and yet she is easily one of the toughest.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Do you, I mean, is that like,
oh yeah, that's very much my Janine. Oh yeah, that resonates very heavily. I think she's a cat. I think that she's a jungle cat. I think that she's more like a, you know, but yeah, I think that Janine is a very powerful, though she be but little, she is fierce, you know? That's my kind of my Janine feeling.
Yeah. We used to have that painted on my, on our daughter's wall, that saying, we want to avoid spoilers, obviously, but as the show goes on, we see more and more of June's sort of pursuit, her vengeance, her frustration, her anger, leaving people in its wake. And Janine has, I mean, I guess often been one of the greatest examples of that. But it almost seems like Janine has strengthened. I don't want to say hardened, but there's a strength to Janine now that may be because of what she's gone through with June and what all of that. What are your thoughts on that? Am I totally off base?
No, I think you're absolutely right. There are things that have happened to Janine over the course of especially the last 2 seasons, that have really changed her, and that she wouldn't be who she is now, of course, in this 5th season, and take on the role that she does take on with Esther. If it weren't for her time spent with June, I think that she recognizes that there is a void without June there. And I think she knows very well, very intimately, that you cannot survive this without June, without a June. Yeah. And I think that she sees that she needs to be like June to help these girls. And I don't think that, I think it's so true. It's like, she's not hardened. She's grounded. She used to be very, very this, and she could, because June was the brave one. June was the grounded one, but now she needs to be the grounded one.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. The last thing that I want to ask before our time is up is I picked up on something that I'm curious about. Janine seems to have a strong sense of like consent. Like there's like this element to her where she's very like intentional about, when there's a scene where I'll be careful. She asks for a hug. And I thought that was very fascinating that she goes out of her way not goes out of her way, but that she makes the point to kind of like be very intentional about that.
Yeah. Well, there's also she's very trepidatious around Naomi.
Sure. That's a very good point.
It's a constant state of, also, Naomi can be a little mercurial.
Sure.
And it's just like kind of left up to Naomi's whim whether or not she's going to allow Janine to really interact with the baby. Oh God, sorry.
We'll hold it.
Yeah, I think she does have an element of consent, but also because she does always have to make sure that she's not doing something wrong, something punishable, something that will get her daughter taken away from her. Yeah. Or like, her daughter's already been taken away, but taken further away, unable to see her.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And it is very interesting to see how it all plays out over the new season. Season 5, Hulu, September 14th. Madeline, I really appreciate you taking time to chat today. Thank you so much,
Stephen. Yeah.